Hi guys, it's the 1st of March, after what's been quite a difficult few weeks. I'm hoping to start uploading some more videos, but before I get into it, just like to say thanks very much indeed for all the messages of condolence. They were really much appreciated, I can assure you. So I'm going to spin you around slowly. There's been quite a harsh frost last night, down to about -2. Not harsh by many standards, I know, but so really today's video will just be a couple of updates, to be honest. So the first thing, we're over here on the micro orchard, and I've been, as I say, despite the circumstances, I've been quite busy keeping things going. So the first thing is that I've been completely revamping this area. There was a bit of a lean-to thing here, a water collection, but I decided to dismantle it and build these structures out of pallets with polycarbonate sheet for the roof, store the wood under, because another thing we're thinking about is getting a wood burning stove, as so many people are these days. So I've got 3 bays to store wood in, firewood and what have you, and then I had another idea to extend it this way, so more towards the boundary, to put some manure in. And I've used these canvas sheets. They were sort of advertising canvases on the Coronation Hall in town for events and what have you. Anyway, I managed to get a few, and they are really quite handy. So the idea being that it'll stop the manure falling through the gaps in the pallet. So today I'm hoping to actually brought it round here. So what I need to do is put a couple of planks just to fill up that gap, and then that can be nailed on, and then put another pallet. I won't be able to get it the full length because of this lilac here, but I can maybe make it about, who knows, 3 foot possibly, so like a bay and 2/3, if you will. So all I need is another pallet coming this way, again put some spare timbers across the back there. I've got some more of this canvas, so line that, then just get some more polycarb on for the roof, and then fill that up with manure, which I'll show you afterwards. It's over on the plot. I got a big delivery of horse manure for free, so maybe today, if we've got time, it's a good forecast for today, bring some over and maybe start getting some put onto the fruit bed and on the rhubarb up at the top there. Another thing I need to do, which is surprising how many jobs are coming up, these pear trees, I need to bark graft them. I'm going to top work them over, so that's something I want to definitely get done this month. Just need a good dry day really, without any wind, but the sign was in the fridge waiting, so that's another thing that needs to be done. Brought our seat down from the garden up at home, had nothing to sit on. It's a bit, but it'll do for now anyway. So that's about it for, as I say, I'm focusing on this, getting this finished. But I've got my little compost bin to empty, so I'll have a walk over to the plot and I'll show you what's happening over there. Right, so we're over on the plot. I'm just going to have a quick look in the greenhouse, 8x10. So the overwintering lettuce are ready for picking again. They've done really well. I have to say. I've lost a few, like an overwintering caterpillar or a moth, so like a little green caterpillar I noticed on a few. But on the whole, yeah, they've been very, very good. Kept us going with salad leaves. I think I've only had to buy one bag of lettuce so far, so pretty good, eh? And these spring onions, which I've overwintered, I'm definitely going to be able to use those. I could pull some now, to be honest, but I'll leave them for a while longer, see if they thicken up a bit. And then the other day came down and emptied the root beds. Yeah, well, you can see for yourself, you know, there's definitely some usable parsnips there. But a lot of them, say, got forked, I mean, stuff like that. Anything like that, I'm just going to give to my neighbour for his pens, they like to peck at them. Some more here. As I say, again, one or two useful ones. So we'll get something out of those. I've just been tidying things up and got my strawberries. That parsley needs to be cleaned up a wee bit. But that's the these are my fig cuttings. So last year. Right, that's for in the greenhouse. So like I said, I've emptied the root frames. There wasn't much. Here's the carrots that were left. Not up to much. Again, quite badly fought and what have you. So let it go to my neighbour for his hens to peck at. I might grow some radishes or lettuces in these, but we'll see anyway. We've still got some chard, one there, two over there. Still loads of kale, except it is now starting to go to seed, so I guess that won't be available much longer. I think it goes quite bitter once it runs to seed. Got about 3 or 4 Savoy Cabbage. That was a bit make up. That's quite a nice one. And then this little row of leeks here. And then the purple sprouting broccoli, I noticed, if I just swing you around. There we go. So this, that's starting to come now, which should be nice. The elephant garlic is looking good. I think those Lolo Rosso, the frost will probably knackered them now, so I'll probably pull those out and just put them on the compost heap. And the only other thing to show you, as you know, this top half now belongs to somebody else. So what I've been doing when I get time is been clearing these bays out here. I had a load of firewood in, so I've got that cleaned out. I've got a few more logs, not many, just to sew up and take over to the MO, and then underneath that is a load of well rotted horse manure which I'm planning to use up at home for me new asparagus bed up there. And then just move this timber when I get a chance, and then that'll be that one cleaned out. Oh yeah, almost forgot. Got that to burn sometime. There's my pile of horse muck. There'll be a good ton under there, I suppose. So maybe we'll get some of that on today. It's going to be a really nice day. And then of course there's just it's just moving stuff really. Lots of useful timbers and stuff under there that I'm going to be taking with me. Started again on the new compost. And in here, that tub there's what's left of the overwintering beetroot, still using that. I'll be shifting those bricks, taking those with me, and all the alkathene pipe of course. So that's about it on the plot. I'm going to come back over, as I say, later on and harvest some of that purple sprouting broccoli and the overwintering lettuce. So I'll crack on back over on the MO and I'll bring you back. Okay, so what I've been doing, I brought this pallet down to provide planks of wood, and I'm going to show you where I put them into the gaps in the pallets. You can see where I put them in on both sides just to fill up the gaps. So what I'm going to do is pull this canvas back now, tack it in. I'm not sure about this, it's a big numpty looking, I don't really like it. It hasn't got these square ends on, so that it won't butt up nicely, although I could put some corner braces on, but I think I'm going to leave it and try and get something more like this rather than rush it. But if I get this canvas back on, and there's nothing to stop me putting manure in that one anyway, so we'll get the canvas back on anyway. Well, there we are guys. I've decided I'm going to not put this pallet in place, I don't like it, so I'll wait until I get one more of this type, then just fix that onto there, and then just bring the canvas round, and then that's that done. So it's time for a quick brew, and then I'll start bringing some of that horse manure around. I think I've got 3 more posts that you see there. Look at, I've put Jack Black on them, took them home because they were in the old shelter now, because they were under the tin roof. They're actually very sound. It was just the ends that were rotten, so I took them home, cut it back to sound wood, and then repointed them on my bench saw. So that saved me having to buy some, because the wood is so expensive now, it's horrendous, along with many other building materials. Well, just up at home having some dinner before I go back down and continue moving that manure. Anyway, I thought I'd just show you what I've been doing also in the greenhouse. So these are stew-on multi-sown onions. I've got two lots there. So what I did was I had those on a heated propagator inside the house, and then as soon as they kind of got through to about that stage, I brought them out here. I don't shut this cover, but it just all gives them a little bit of extra protection. The shallots, you can see they're starting to sprout. I've got some lettuces in here, but nothing moving just yet. I think that's Lolo Rosso. I might sow another pot. And then in here we've got our Leeks musselba. I always just stick with musselba because they always do well for me. And then yesterday, just going to turn around here. Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot to mention. Those down there are all the onions that came through off the first sowing. It was absolute rubbish, so I just bought some fresh seed, and that's the result. So from now on, fresh seed every year. I won't keep any that's left over. And then in here, yeah, so yesterday I sowed a tray of chard, which is that one there, and this one is spinach. So things are ramping up, trying to just catch up as best I can. You can see we haven't done anything really out the back, haven't had time, one thing and another. Just marked roughly out some, with those iron pegs, roughly the position of the raised beds, so I'm hoping come April time, it'll be dry enough to make a start on those. Right, well, back down, shifting that manure. Okay, so we're back down the MO. Forgot to show where I broke off for dinner. So I've almost got this row of horse and raspberries. There's literally 1/4 of muck needed to go on the bottom end there. And this row of raspberries, they're sort of a mix of autumn, and those ones there are summer fruiting. So they've had a full barrel load on. And then up at the top, the the rhubarb. I think I put 3 or 4 barrel loads on there. So what I'm going to do now is just start bringing some manure across into here. I can put a board across the front to stop it sort of spilling out, if you like, until I get this one finished. Shouldn't be too much longer, hopefully. I can get another pallet. Well, there's 10 barrel loads in there, and I reckon I can get at least another 5 in that before it gets to the top canvas stuff. It's going to settle as well with the weight, so that's great, is that? And then, as I say, when I get this other side done, you know, I'd easily be able to take a trailer load between these two, I reckon. Or near enough anyway. Whew. Right, well, I'm going to have a quick cup of coffee, and then it's coming up 3 o'clock. I might do another hour and leave it for another day. Yeah, there we go, guys. That's exactly 15 barrel loads in there, and I bought what was it, another 5 before on the fruit bed and the rhubarb. That's 20 barrel loads of manure over here today. There's still probably about, let's go for a wander, 6 to 8 barrel loads left, so I want some for me potatoes, and then whatever's left, my mate will have it. So that was a good load of muck, that, and even better that it was free. Right, you've had enough talk around poo today, I suppose. So we'll see at some point whether I can get these pear trees done. Depends on the weather. Right, guys, thanks as always for watching. Do appreciate your support. Please feel free to leave a comment below, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.